Elijah, and I wanted to share with you guys today my powerful rapture dream, which is what God revealed to me. That same night, I was asleep, and God gave me the most powerful, vivid dream I have ever had in my life.
Welcome to Godly Reminders. You know, I want to appreciate all my new subscribers. You know, for the past few days, it's been amazing on my platform. You know, this is a very small channel, but the traffic that I've gotten, you know, because of you guys, because of the ones that are subscribing, the ones that are liking, and the ones that are, you know, commenting. You know, I want you guys to know that I really do appreciate every little time that you have invested into this channel. Guess what? The young man you saw in the intro, that is Elijah. That is my son. He's 8 years old. Oh, Elijah is passionate about the things of God. You know, Elijah actually has his own channel, YouTube channel. So I encourage you guys to go check him out. You know, the name of his channel is Sunday Scriptures with Elijah. And you know, I will make sure to put it in the description for all of you to go check him out and support him. You know, I think this is the time that we need to encourage our young ones, you know, to have, you know, big voices, right, in our communities. And Elijah really aspires to do the things of God. So I'm very excited about that. You know, this video, the purpose for this video, it's not to give anybody false hope. You know, the purpose for this video is not to even tell you for a fact that, you know, Jesus Christ is going to be here September 23rd. No. But this video, I want this video to inspire you. I want this video to wake you up, to let you know that the Bible talks about rapture. So this very event, it's not far off. Because if God is revealing this event to, you know, children all over the world, Elijah is not an exception. There are many kids that are having these divine encounters. And not just even kids, adults are also having it. You know, all you got to do is just go online and Google, and you will see a whole heap of, you know, testimonies, you know, confirming the original testimony of brother Joshua, who, you know, we believe that he's been tasked literally to, you know, announce the coming of Jesus Christ. And ever since he came out with that testimony, it's as if the floodgates, you know, of heaven has been opened. There are revelations that are going on all over the place. You know, I thank all of you for subscribing. I thank all of you for hanging in there. I thank all of you for your comments. You know, we may not always agree on everything, but I appreciate your comment. I appreciate your opinion. You know, I won't take too much of your time. I will let you guys roll right into the video. Enjoy his testimony. And you know what, let me know where you are writing from. You know, feel free to leave a comment. You know, share your opinion and what God is doing with you in the comment section. And I will make sure to respond to you. I love you guys, and shalom.
My name is Elijah, and I wanted to share with you guys today my powerful rapture dream, which is what God revealed. So, this is how it starts. I was hanging out with my dad in our room, and we were watching Brother Joshua's testimony. So then, my dad wanted to see if what Brother Joshua was saying was true. So, he asked me to go and pray in my private bedroom. And then, I went to go pray. And then I started praying. I prayed a simple prayer because a small, short prayer is enough. So then I thanked God and I went back to my dad. So then, that same night, I was asleep and God gave me the most powerful, vivid dream I have ever had in my life. So then, the next morning, I woke up. I was so excited. So I got out of the bed and I ran to my dad's room and I told him that I had the most vivid, powerful dream. And I said, I think God has answered your prayer, Dad. And then he was very interested, so he asked me to start telling the dream. So this is how it starts. I was in the backyard. Everyone was doing normal activities, fun activities. The sky was blue. The sun was shining. The grass was green. It was beautiful. So then, in like a blink of an eye, the sky turned like dark gray. I'm telling you. And then this weird circular shape appeared in the sky. Kind of like a tornado, but it's just that it didn't touch the ground. And then, a few seconds after, we started ascending. And then the scene switched. And then I found myself in the presence of God, the throne room. God was in his throne, and it was thundering and there was lightning. I don't think any human can stand that. It was crazy. So then we were all called to the judgment room where the judgment begins. So there were 25 people that were counted to the judgment room. But I'm going to cut it short and only talk about 4. Okay? So God gave me the power to hear the conversations between the numbers and God. God named them by numbers. So I was given the knowledge to know what they were talking about. So then the judgment started. Number 1 was going to hell. What did number 1 do? Well, the things that number 1 did were that he didn't have any regards for God. And he was online doing unnecessary stuff. He also didn't read his Bible. So those are the stuff he did. And when God announced and pronounced his judgment and said that he was going to hell, this big circle appeared, and then it opened, and then this big suction sucked him all the way down, and he fell like he was weightless. So then he fell, and then the circle closed back up. So then number 2 walked up. Now number 2 was going to heaven according to what God revealed to me. What did number 2 do? The things that number 2 did was that he went to church, he read his Bible daily, and he did meetings. Like normal meetings, church meetings with other people, telling them about the gospel, the same way me and my dad have been talking to you guys. So then, after God pronounced his judgment, the top gate on the top opened up, the gate of heaven. It opened up, and he ascended into heaven. Now, if anyone else tried to enter into the gate of heaven, it would extend and get longer. It would push you back down, and then it will go back up, and it will close up. So it's impossible to get past it. So then, number 3 walked up. Now, number 3 was going to heaven. And what are the things that he did? Well, he went out, he partied, he did stuff that God just really did not like. He didn't go to church, he didn't listen to anyone. Everyone was trying to tell him that you have to repent. He wouldn't listen. He was very stubborn, and he just didn't listen to them. So then, once God pronounced his judgment, the circle on the bottom, remember that one? It opened up, and then it sucked him once again. And this one, I think this one was stronger. It sucked him up, and he fell. He just fell. Like in a blink of an eye, he fell in a millisecond, whatever they call it. So then, number 4 walked up, and number 4 was going to heaven. The things that number 4 did was that he was online doing necessary stuff. No bad stuff, no nothing. He was doing good stuff, like only godly stuff. So then, He went to church. He read his Bible daily with his wife. He did all these stuff that God really liked. It pleased God. So then, the top gate of heaven opened up. And then, he ascended. And then, the top gate opened up and he ascended. Then, it closed back up. So now I'm going to show you what heaven looked like. So basically heaven, there was a red carpet. He walked on the red carpet and then he saw heaven. Heaven was gorgeous. The only things the only materials that was in heaven were diamond and gold. It was gorgeous. And then he saw it was beautiful. Then he saw number 2. And number 2 and number 4 were actually friends. And when he saw number 2 and number 2 saw number 4, they ran to each other and then they hugged. And then once they hugged, this glow ball appeared on top of them. And it was really bright. Brighter than the sun. It was really, really bright. So then, we're going back to the judgment room. Then, number 25, it just went on and on and on, and number 25 came. Now, number 25 was going to hell, and after his judgment, then the scene switched. And then, God showed me what hell looked like. Now, this doesn't mean it's actually going to be true, but in the dream, hell was basically a volcano. And basically where the fire and all those lava and all this stuff was supposed to be was inside it. So that circle would be right above the volcano. And you would fall right into the volcano. So then God showed me what inside the volcano looked like. It was not a good sight to see. Everyone was screaming. They were in agony and pain. And God knew that was just too much for me. So then, God switched the screen again. And then, God showed me what the gorgeous heaven looked like. So then, I saw a host of angels. It was beautiful. As I told you, there were diamond and gold everywhere. So then, the scene switched. And in the scene was pitch black. I could not see anything. And then I saw a text. And the text was basically a date. And the date said 09/23/25. Now, I knew exactly what that date was. That date was September 23, 2025. Then, I saw another text. The scene switched again and I saw another text. This text said Rapture. That was the text. The text said Rapture. So then I woke up. And that was basically the end of the dream.